Terrapins will get us started with the... From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The give to the back. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
To the ground with the back. Stopped behind the line, and that's pretty much going to offset the gain on the previous play.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. And the coverage team surrounding the ball, no chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
And the Terrapins backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Smith dropping to pass. Gets it out quickly. He's loose at the 15. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Terrapins want to crank the tempo. On the run, it's Dillon. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make...
Interception! You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, Well, coming into this one, the offense knew a big key was going to be getting the ground game established. They haven't been able to do that yet. They punted on their opening drive, and they have a negative play here on the first play of their second drive.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The toss sweep to the right. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
Gets it out fast. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Knight. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
When I get inside the 3 and first and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be a physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They try to go with the changeup. They try to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
I love the way this defense is fighting down here close to their own goal line, right? They get a sack on the first play. Great coverage on the second one, knocking it away. Here comes a huge third down. Can they do it again? Can they come up with another big one?
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they strike first. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. RPO complete to open the drive.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option to be working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And here comes the offense on second down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Second down coming up. Smith wants to throw. That's caught. It's done. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Dillon. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Got a man. It's Carter. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
He wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Carter. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
And the Terrapins line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Dillon.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's complete to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This will likely be the last play of the half. Smith dropping to pass. Steps away to find some room. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Back to pass on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Terrapins come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Looking downfield. Complete to the right. There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Terrapins! Nice catch and good work afterwards
that, you've got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Knight. Pressure coming. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Looking for room, it's Hardy. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Back to the ground with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success, and they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On the run, fires downfield. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Back to throw, it's Knight. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. They'll run play action. Release to the back. Quick completion on the out. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Line gets set. First down. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. That's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Dillon. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
On the run, it's done. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Maryland! And that one will give him the lead.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Going for it all. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone, he's got middle field responsibility, just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
From the gun, give on the inside. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Buys a little time. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
A run for the quarterback. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hardy.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Trailing by possession. They need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds space on the right. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the 4th quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially
going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Got his man quickly. Open space at the 25. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffs!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. You know, 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Smith wants to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. 1st down, you get the sack. 2nd down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting at 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get up. He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline.
by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Dillon.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
He wants to change this route. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Quick strike complete. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Breaks the tackle. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. From 39 yards out, and he's got it for the game. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've